Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're going to be drawing Sprigatito. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how it ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw it, then let's get started. I'm also going to put up a reference right now on screen, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys can get all your details. Just keep in mind guys that we are going to start off by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are going to do your final drawing. So remember to do your lines light, just like mother tutorials. First we're going to start by doing a circle guys, and remember to pause the video at your own pace. And like I mentioned, like in other videos, we're going to do a circle. Just try to get it as best as you can to a circle. Here I have mine, as you guys can notice it's not perfect, but it will do. Once we have that, we're going to try to split it right in the middle in half both ways. Once again, the better that you guys make it, the easier it will be to follow the tutorial. Here I'm using a spare piece of paper to measure half of the circle. So I'm just making sure that each part right there is the same size roughly, and then we're actually going to measure half the circle, do a little dot, and we're going to do a line right there guys. Alright, so now we're just going to extend it a little bit more. There we go. This is going to be the length of the body. So this is how big he's basically going to be. Now in the middle right here of the line that we did and the bottom of the circle, we're going to look for the half, like the center of that. We're gonna do a line. Now up here in the circle as well, as I'm pointing out, from the middle to the edge right there, we're gonna try to find the middle once again on each of these lines, and it should roughly be around there. These are just guidelines to help us do the face and other stuff later on. Alright, so now down here guys, we're gonna do a reference line, just showing you guys how long the body is gonna be and basically where it goes. But we're gonna make this I don't know, kind of like this like oval shape that kind of attaches to the top head right there. If you guys notice, the area around the neck is almost straight. It goes from the top being in and it kind of like goes out a little bit, and then it just, you know, goes right. Now for right there around the chest area, we're just gonna do the shape right there. If you guys notice, it goes it's almost in between the center line from under the circle to that line that we did earlier. Alright, so now over here for the ears, we're going to do one around there. We're not going to connect at the bottom. We're going to do the same thing over here, trying to get this angle right there. And right here I'm just pointing out that you guys could measure the length of the ears, just so they could be similar in size. And they're roughly around half of the circle as well. Now we could just do the sides right there and make this triangle shape, but kind of round off the top. And right here I'm just kind of looking at it because I feel like the left ear is a little bit bigger than the right. I believe I do go back and I do change it. Now we're actually going to extend the face a little bit right here on either side, and that's where we'll connect the ear. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to extend this reference line just to help us know where to place the tail. And it's basically the length of half of the circle from the bottom of the head, and around there we're just going to start it off and do like this oval shape that kind of ends like a point. There we go. You guys can kind of also compare the size of the tail compared to the size of the body, right, and to the size of the head. It's all about comparing. Alright, so now right here for the legs guys, we're gonna do a reference line. So it should be the toe should be going under the bottom of his body. And here we're gonna do the other arm, and there we go. So now we could go ahead and do the hind leg, which is basically a circle around here. So just try to get almost like a perfect shape right here. This will probably help you guys do like the back. And now we could do the toes right here. And we basically got done most of the basic shape of Sprigatito. Now just finishing off the shape right there by adding those two at the end and one at the bottom. Alright, so now to go around the face guys. So right here we're gonna start by doing like the whiskers. I imagine that's what it is right here, the cheeks. Just try to do these the same size on either side. Right here you guys can tell that the one on the right is way thinner and way longer, way bigger than the one on the left. So I do work on that later on, just try to make them similar in size. now right here as well. So just try to do the top one and the bottom one the same size, but just kind of like facing the opposite direction, and then just do like this seed shape right there in the middle. So this is probably one of the hardest parts, is try to get them the same size. So I'm measuring where it connects to the head and all the way to the point, and this is a way for me to know, like, you know, how long it actually is, you know, because I'm trying to get the right curve. So I noticed that this one was way bigger than the ones on the left. So there you saw me erasing the whole thing and just kind of doing it all over, and just trying to make it into you know, the same size as the other one on the other side. Alright, right here for the chest, we're going to split in half. This is just going to help us do the shapes right here. There's another one right there. Try to do the same thing on this side. This one actually connects to the line. And then this other big one that connects to the top of the head right there. And once again, just try to do them the same size on either side. Now we could do the seed shape right here, part of it. And then it has the other shapes right there. And we could just erase those reference lines, or those lines that are not supposed to be there, and we get the shape of the leaf right there for the neck. Not bad, guys. I kind of like it. So far, so good. This is actually the second time that I record this tutorial. The first time, the video was just, I think the camera stopped. And then another one, the focus was just bad. Actually, it's the third time I draw it now that I think of it. So right there, guys, we do that reference line going across the face. That's just going to help us do the rest of the head. Now we're going to do the snout right there. Just drawing a reference line going from the middle of the circle right there. Just to help us know how big to do the snout. Now we're going to use that reference line that we did earlier to do the eye and know where to place it. This one over here as well. Now for the eye right there. You guys don't have to do that reference line, guys, but it just makes it a lot easier. So hopefully you guys don't have too much trouble doing this part right here. Sometimes it just takes a couple tries, you know. Alright, so we're gonna do another one. Obviously the same thing. We're gonna kind of have it at an angle. This is just gonna help us do the pattern that it has on his face and forehead. So once we have that around here, compared to that little reference line in the middle right there, we're gonna make a triangle shape. Obviously it connects to the edge of the circle. Same thing over here. This one actually connects down to the snout. So just try to make those the same thickness. Like if you were to make that into a triangle shape right here, what I'm working on, and the one on top, the first one, this should roughly be the same size, although the ones on the bottom are a little bit bigger. The same thing on this side. It's just this one we could barely see it. I do work on that one later on, guys. I don't like how it came out. Just the angle of it just seemed a little bit off. But yeah, now that we have that, we can start erasing some of the reference lines and just cleaning up the sketch a little bit. That way we won't get confused, and anything that doesn't seem right is going to be more noticeable. So this is where I'm like, whoa, this line is way too straight, you know, I need to fix it. I need to change it up right there. So I erase it, and then I just try to curve it up a little bit more. Same thing over here, just cleaning up the area. And there we go, we got the pattern. Let's not forget the teeth right there, the fangs. Once again, just try to make them the same size. And we're basically done, guys, with the sketch of Sprigatito. And I think it's pronounced, and I don't know how you pronounce it, guys. I never seen how to pronounce it. I looked it up online, and on the wiki didn't have like how to pronounce it, but it's basically Spri for spring, and then Gatito for cat in Spanish. And I'm Spanish, I'm Mexican, so obviously Gatito, I know what that is and how to pronounce it. But yeah, I looked it up, and it's the first part is Spri, is from spring, and then the second part is cat, so Sprigatito. Alright, so now up here, guys, for the ears, just try to get it the same thickness from this shape right here to the outside, as I'm pointing out right here. Right here, the thickness of this one should be the same thing on the other side. and just try to make it the same throughout. Now the same thing for this ear over here, just try to make it the same thickness as the one on the left ear. And there we go, guys. So right here I'm just erasing once again some of those reference lines, and I think we basically got most of them. Now it's just a matter of going over your sketch and then just kind of looking at the reference and seeing anything that you can make on yours better. Maybe you forgot something. Like this is the time you take where you kind of go over your drawing, you know. And something that I like doing is not even looking at the reference, because obviously, guys, I don't have the reference right next to my sketch the way you guys have it on camera. You know, I have it on my monitor, and this is where the time where I don't pay attention to the reference and I just look at my sketch, and I'm looking at it and I just stare at it, and I was like, what looks off? Is one ear bigger than the other one? Like, what's different? What could I make better? What seems odd? Is one leg thicker than the other one? Maybe this leg looks a little bit crooked. Like maybe, you know, like just anything that doesn't look good on my sketch, I'm gonna go ahead and make those changes. So that's why, like I always mention in all my tutorials, you guys don't have to draw it like me. You guys don't have to draw it like the reference. It's your drawing, so any changes you can make to your drawing to make yours better, go ahead and do that. You know, no one said it has to be exactly the same, man. Regardless if a million people draw this tutorial, not everybody's gonna do it the same way. Everybody's gonna do something different, you know. All 3 times that I did this sketch, I believe this is the one that came out the best. Not every single time it came out the same, so just wanted to remind you guys. But here I'm using my Copic markers to color him, guys. I ended up outlining him with 2 different thickness and pan. For the outside I used, I can't remember, and then for the the face area, the pattern that he has on the face and stuff like that, I used a little bit thinner one. That way, you know, it's a little bit different. And here I'm using 2 different greens, one for the shadows obviously and one for the main color. And then I didn't have a color that like is kind of like that moss green that Sprigatito has. Like I didn't have the green, and the closest thing to it was this green Sharpie that I had, and I was like, you know what, even if it's not the right colors, it's still close to it, it still looks good, you know. Both greens complement each other, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just use what I got. And I ended up using that Sharpie, so I was happy because I have my Prisma Premier color markers and I have my Copics, and I couldn't find a green that was, you know, similar to that one. So shout out to Copics. I have like a set of not Copics but Sharpies. I have a set of them as well with different colors, and then I just go over it, you know, with the darker green and stuff like that, as you guys see me doing here. And then later I went over it with the black just to kind of add this dark, you know, shading to it, this dark shadow. And it's something that I enjoy doing on mine. I kind of like, I don't know, I think it's like my style of coloring, and I'm still learning, guys. Like, I'm not saying I'm good at coloring anything, I'm far from it. I'm still learning. I make a lot of mistakes, and a lot of those mistakes you guys see on camera, because the only times that I color is when I make a video. I don't like pre-draw this or sketch it out just to see if it's gonna work out. I kind of like, you know, plan it out and then just go ahead and just jump into it and make a video. So I never kind of like practice the sketch or whatever. I just jump into it and just color it, you know. So a lot of the times I make a lot of mistakes, and I think that's the part of it. That's one part of drawing. That's like kind of like another area or a different, it's, I don't know how, like, I'm trying to say it's its own thing. There we go, that was hard to say, but it's basically its own thing. It's part of it, you know. It's part of the journey. So I don't mind it, guys, and hopefully you guys don't as well, because that's, everybody's gonna start somewhere. So that's what I'm trying to say. And then I just went over with the white charcoal pencil just to give some highlights. You guys can see it on the forehead. I had it like this circle shape right there, which on the reference it's a highlight right there. Obviously, like I said, I would have used probably like a yellow to give it a better, like, you know, a little bit more complimentary. But I have a white and black charcoal pencils that I like using on all my sketches that I use, you know, my markers and my color pencils. So why not, you know, it's my style, let's just go with that. But yeah, guys, so this is how it ended up up looking like I said, this is the third time that I did it, and I believe this is my favorite one. On the first one, I believe like one of the cheeks was way off. It was way bigger than the other one. And in the second one, I think one of the ears was bigger than the other one. So I kind of learned from those two things that I did, and kind of, you know, like remember and did it right here, because it's kind of hard for me to use it, or not use it, but see when I'm drawing, because right here, you guys, I have the camera facing, you know, straight at the paper, straight at the drawing. When I'm drawing, I'm looking at it at an angle, because I don't want my head to be, you know, like covering the drawing or anything like that. So I'm looking at it at a different angle than you guys see. So a lot of the time something looks off that I don't notice it, just because like of the angle that I'm looking at it. So usually like I don't see any mistakes till, you know, I'm editing the video or doing the voiceover as I'm doing right here. But overall, I think it did come out pretty good. I think the left cheek, the whiskers are bigger than the ones on the right, unfortunately, but I think it's still pretty good. Like I don't see how it's a big issue or anything like that, but it's something that I'm noticing right now. Other than that, I'm actually pretty happy with it, guys. So let me know in the comment section below how yours ended up like. Let me know if you guys need any help. I'll be happy to reply to any of your messages, and I'm pretty sure there's other people that would be happy to help you out as well. So just let me know in the comment section below how it came out. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out. Oh yeah, and by the way, I also got the other 2 starters already, so make sure to go check them out, the tutorials, that is. Alright guys, catch you guys on the next one.